Something that bothers me about the crunchy holistic community is there's a lot of negativity around coffee and caffeine, and some practitioners are saying we shouldn't be drinking any coffee or consuming any caffeine. Holistic health can go overboard. There's so many things that are really great to be doing, like getting our steps in and sleeping enough hours at night. And maybe you want to track your sleep and heart rate variability. There's a lot of great things to do. But please do not come for my morning coffee. I just feel like it's important to be realistic and understand a lot of us really like coffee and we just don't want to give it up. For me, a cup of cold brew in the morning is an essential part of my morning routine, and specifically cold brew. I have tried a lot of things. This one you all may be familiar with. I love Everyday Dose. It's amazing for travel, but for me, it just doesn't hit the same way as a cold brew does. In the holistic acne wellness community, it seems like this is a big hit because it has L-theanine and mushroom extracts to make the caffeine hit less intensely. And I think it's amazing. I love the concept of it, but this is not going to replace my morning cold brew. And I just don't want anyone telling me that my morning coffee is why I still have an occasional acne breakout. I want to start my morning with a cup of cold brew, and I might want to go work from a coffee shop later in the day and get another cup of cold brew. I'm very conscious of keeping my overall caffeine content ideally under 300 milligrams a day. There's just so much information overload nowadays about things that trigger acne. And sometimes I just don't want to hear it. At one point, I saw a creator say you need to cut out all refined sugar, all gluten, all dairy. If you're going to drink coffee, it has to be on a full stomach after you've had 30 grams of protein, and you've got to pair it with L-theanine. And it's like that advice is just not meeting people where they're at. It's important to just let people just enjoy simple things in life. Coffee is a very simple thing that brings me a lot of joy, and it's something I really look forward to starting my day with. Do I need it? No. It's just something that makes my life a little bit better, and there are so many health benefits to coffee. Coffee can also be problematic in certain situations, but for me right now, I feel like there's more pros than cons. So I'm just going to continue to have my morning cold brew and not worry about optimizing my coffee. You should definitely be drinking some water. Hydration is a foundation. After you're hydrated, enjoy your morning coffee. For me, that looks like some cold brew, either regular or decaf, or maybe half decaf, half regular, depending on what I have on hand. Or it's a better use of time, money, and energy to be focusing on sleep, movement, managing stress, eating a nutrient dense diet based on whole foods, and little things like coffee will be better tolerated by your body if you're addressing the foundations first. So, yes, it is perfectly reasonable to maybe cut back on coffee if you're having like severe GI issues or some blood sugar regulation issues or heart issues. I mean, there are probably dozens of conditions that may be advised for minimizing caffeine or cutting out caffeine. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to list out every single thing. I know it is wasteful to be buying these plastic bottles of cold brew, and I have tried to make my own cold brew at home multiple times, and I just haven't quite found a routine that works really well for me. I would love to kind of hear from you guys if you're making your own cold brew at home, like what works really well. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching if you've made it this far.